Hello and greetings. Hey, this is Tanya, the insurance professor, and I want to show you guys how to pass this insurance exam. I have a prime example when someone is sharing with me their scores. So I'm going to bring up someone's scores. We're going to talk about them a little bit and see what we need to do in order to pass the exam. Now, one of the main things is that you got to understand that this is a test that's a subject-based exam. What do I mean when I say a subject-based? That they have all of the topics, and each one of those topics you need to study separately. When you study and understand those topics separately, then when they're asking a question, it's only going to come from that area, not another area. So if they're asking you a question in reference to types of health insurance policies, you better believe that one of the options on the 1, 2, 3, the multiple choice responses is not going to have anything to do with taxes. They're only going to stay within the category. That's number one. So in order to pass the exam, you need to understand how they are scoring the exam. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. They don't understand how this thing is scored. Everything weighs, every section weighs something different. This is not a test where I take 100, have 100 questions, I missed 2 questions, I got a 98. That's not this. This is all about the particular section that it's in and how did you score in those areas. Let's see if I can bring up something for you to look at. Oh, I see me. Let's see. Hello and greetings. No. Hey, this is Tanya, the insurance professor. And I want to show you guys how to pass. Okay. I don't want to see me. I want to see this. All right. So here we go with, we have a young person that took the exam. And this is a health only exam. They scored a 67 on this exam. That's what they scored, a 67. Here's the score, 67. So they did pretty good. Only about 3 points away, 3 percentage points away. Types of policies weighs a huge percent. So let's just give it a 20% weight on this exam. So they did extremely well in types of policies, and that's probably why they got a 67. The next section that weighs a lot is your policy provisions, clauses, and riders. That line didn't go as long, right? This is another portion of the exam that weighs 20%. And then the last portion of this exam that weighs a lot is your state rules and regulations. It doesn't matter what state, all states weigh a lot more than the regular exam. So let's say that this is another 25% of your score. So if I have 20, 20, and 25, that's 65% of the exam on 3 sections. These other areas, social insurance, the insurance concepts, and field underwriting don't represent another, they maybe represent another, 40% together, 35% together, but they're smaller sections, right? They don't weigh as much as the 20%. So your concentration, yes, I need to know it, but where do I need to concentrate in order to pass the exam? So what I would tell her is that you want to just maintain what you know on types of policies because you did extremely well. Where you're going to get more points is in two sections. So I don't want you studying everything. I want you to concentrate on these two areas. This area here, policy provisions, the clauses and the riders, in order to increase the number here, right? That's all we're trying to do is get more points. I'm going to get more points in this section because it weighs more. So if I get 2 more right in this area, I don't know how many you got wrong, but if I get 2 more right and it weighs 20%, that's going to jump my score up extremely high. The same thing with the state. The state section is worth 25% of the entire score. So if I got another couple of points here, then I'm going to pass the insurance exam. Do I need to focus on field underwriting, other concepts, and social insurance just because those lines are short? You just need to maintain. That's it. Maintain what you already know. Work at learning a little bit more, understanding the concept of what is happening in the policy provision section, because I need this line to be as long as this, or at least a little bit closer. So if I get these questions again under policy provisions, I can recognize this is policy provisions, options, and clauses and claims, right? And they're going to have the information about claims. It's going to have the incontestability and so forth. And if I focus on those 3, I can pass this exam. So it's not a whole lot more to study. And I don't care what state you're in, it does not make a difference. If you put in the time for those 3 areas to really get those areas correct, I'm not saying don't study the others. I'm saying I failed the exam. I'm going to retake it. I need to maintain what I already know. And I need to push and understand the concepts of what they're talking about in policy provisions. And I need to understand what they're talking about in the state rules, regulations, and the laws for my particular state. And then, boom, it's going to be just that simple. I'm going to be done. I would have passed the test, no problem. Hey, this is Tanya, the insurance professor, giving you a couple more hints and tips in order to pass your insurance exam. Hey, we'll talk to you later. Have a fantastic day, and I wish you much success as you go into your new career in the insurance industry. God bless.